We joked a lot around, bringing a lot of extra stuff on a lot of us. It was our first time to the Boundary Waters, and we probably brought too much in some cases, but we definitely didn't have too much when it came to the first aid.
We just sat down and we were just playing around with our knives, carving wood. I was cutting the right way, away from myself, but that one cut, I felt like if I was cutting towards myself, I'd have more leverage. Started cutting, the knife skipped and went right into my arm.
He said, "Reg, I cut myself. I cut myself really bad." And I said, "How bad?" And he was holding his arm at that time, and he lifted his arm up, and the blood was shooting out of it. And I said, "Grab your arm and put pressure on it." And so he did.
First thing seeing it was, this is pretty serious, and we've got to get him to a hospital as fast as we can. And then my second thought was, we're in the middle of nowhere, and if this turns out to be really bad, we could be running into something pretty difficult in front of us here.
And there came Andy. He just grabbed a bunch of powder and just tossed it into my arm and grabbed some gauze and yeah, he went into action. It was really fast that he took action.
I looked at Al and I could see the color kind of draining out of him, and he was not really being responsive to questions and talking, and that was the time that I realized, oh wow, a Band-Aid isn't going to save Al. We're in trouble.
Then they unwrapped it, and that was the first time I saw it, and it was just pouring.
The muscle was rolled out and sticking out of the wound.
He had a visible stream of blood coming out at pace with his heartbeat that was projecting from his arm.
Everyone saw that, and other people audibly shuddered and backed away.
It was by far the worst blood wound I've ever seen. Andy just jumped out and said, "What med kit do you have? Do you have these?" And I said, "I do. There's zips. I have those things. They're in my kit." And so I ran and got it, opened it up, right there to the bag. It was easy open, right to the right flap, and gave that to them. And then we also had the quick clot gauze that we also wrapped around it just to continue to push the ball of the quick clot gauze in it.
And we basically came to the conclusion that we should probably call it in.
This trip, honestly, has forever cemented a brotherhood because of this wound and the fact that we were able to treat the wound that we will never forget, and that it will continue to bind us together in a way that's really special.
And because of his effort and because of the efficiency of that kit, I was able to get to a hospital without losing too much blood, without needing a blood transfusion. Thanks to the team effort, and by the grace of God, I'm alive today.